first, let's look at the two candidates of the second round. I don't really want to talk about Jens Spahn. He got around 15% in the first election, so he's not that important actually. But let's look at Friedrich Merz first. So I talked about him in previous videos. I just want to say that he is a textbook globalist. He worked as a lawyer for the investment corporation BlackRock. He's also very active in the Atlantik-Brücke, a US-German think tank or lobby organization that makes sure that the German media, German politicians and key figures in the German industry are loyal and devout followers of US interests. And when I say US interests, I don't mean the American people. I also don't mean this president. I mean certain influential groups that predominantly live in New York. But let's ignore that for a moment because this is only reality. Let's look at what he said during his speeches today. Friedrich Merz basically advocated for opening the CDU up again for centrist or conservative or traditionalist Germans. They used to be actually the majority in the CDU, and they were exactly the people that were purged under Angela Merkel relentlessly. So now the CDU, of course you know that, is basically a mixture of the Green Party and the Social Democratic Party. There is no place for conservative people anymore in the CDU, and not just since yesterday, but for at least a decade already. So Friedrich Merz said, if we want to remain a large party, a big tent or grand party, we need to make sure that besides those liberals, those Green Party and Christian goons, there should be a home for conservative people again in the CDU, and he was not elected today. So that should tell everybody who is at least mildly conservative that he should get out of the CDU. If you think that a good education and hard work should mean that you have some kind of benefit from that for yourself in life, you're already out of the CDU. There is no home. There is no space for you. You have to be a socialist now in the CDU. You have to believe that no matter how hard you work, no matter what a great education you got, you don't deserve more than someone who doesn't go to work. And this is nothing about right-wing extremism or super reactionary conservative attitudes. No, this is just you work and you deserve a little bit of a benefit, over someone or an advantage over someone who doesn't work. This is already enough, I'm telling you. And Annegret Kramp-Karrenbauer, on the other hand, she was appealing a lot to emotion. She said that they must stand together now and they must carry on what Merkel started and so on. I don't really want to go into the details. She tries to make it sound as if she wanted to be a little tougher on migration, but that is just a ruse. That does not convince anybody because she is very leftist and she is a strong believer in open borders and in a growing welfare state. She also said that we need a tough state, and of course that means a well-financed, ever-growing state. So that means higher taxes and more redistribution of income to foreigners who don't work here. And the money will of course be taken from German working class families. And this is precisely what makes the French people so angry at the moment. So what does that mean for Germany now? So first of all, for the CDU, that was a very bad outcome. The CDU could actually have gained a little bit in popularity had Friedrich Merz been elected today. But my personal opinion is, of course, or let's be blunt here, from the perspective of the AfD, that is a very good result. Because in a way, Merkel leaves, but she doesn't leave. Yeah? Annegret Kramp-Karrenbauer is Merkel 2.0 or mini Merkel or however you want to call her. She is carrying on, she is continuing what Merkel has started. And because she was elected today, you can see that 3 or 2 decades ago, the CDU was infiltrated. Now it's not infiltration anymore, it's complete subversion. They turned the party around. Now it is no longer a conservative party, it is no longer a party for German citizens, it is a party for the foreigner. It is a party for leftists that is really no different from the Green Party or the Social Democratic Party. And this is actually good for the AfD, and in the next year we will have several state elections, and we will see that the AfD will be established as a conservative party in Germany.